Good afternoon, folks. I'm hoping I'm in the right broadcasting forum here, so just give me a minute to get set if you don't mind. And I'll explain to you what's going on. Yep, we're here. I am the Wolf Driver, in case you didn't notice. I'm broadcasting to the Wolf Driver Unleashed group right now. This is an exclusive broadcast to the group. I've been hanging back on the group. We've gone through a little bit of a transformation. Originally, when I started the group, it was designed to kind of give you Wolf Driver overload, give you access to when I'm doing behind the scenes stuff and extras that I don't normally show, broadcast, or share, whatever, because that's a bigger, more general audience on the main Wolf Driver page, whereas everybody here is a little more specialized, wants to know more about what's going on. So a couple people had started posting cute dog pictures, wonderful stuff, and I kind of backed off my posting because everyone seemed to like it. But as it went on and on, unfortunately, a few people complained to me that they were just getting notifications. There were so many posts coming out, and it was not really relevant to Wolf Driver. It was dog stuff for the most part, which I love, of course, but it wasn't really, I think, what the audience had in mind when they joined the group. So we're changing formats here. I'm back at you, and you're going to see exclusively Wolf Driver stuff. Now, other people can post things here and there. I don't mind at all, as long as, of course, it's dog and positive related. But for the most part, you're going to see Wolf Driver posts. So I'm taking you behind the scenes today. It's a little overcast. Today's adventure is going to be going on the Amazing Chase course, where the dogs are chasing. I'm going to put this in an auto mode so you can get a better look here. I'm sorry. Where the dogs are actually chasing the flag. You've seen me do it probably many times on the main Wolf Driver page. It's a sport that derives from lore coursing. I've kind of created, modified, made it husky proof, whatever you want to say, through my Amazing Chase term. That's what I call the sport. But the overcast skies, I'm hoping it's not going to rain. I've got Jim, one of the Wolf Driver team members. You're familiar with Jim. He co-pilots with me a lot. Up at the course now. I'm preparing for a live broadcast I wanted to do up there. And again, a lot more live broadcasts because technology is advancing. Facebook has made it that way. And I love it personally. I love that I can share everything that I'm doing here in a live format. I think it just it's so cool how everybody can tag along. By the way, the only drawback here is, and I probably could have done this on the Facebook page. I apologize. I probably could have had direct interaction because I'm broadcasting through something called live stream, and it lets me go to multiple formats so other people that are Wolf Driver fans can see this that aren't necessarily on the main Wolf Driver page. As I said, this is an exclusive video, so I probably could have went to just a different application, essentially, a little geekified here. But I'm sorry I didn't, so I can't respond directly to your comments. I just don't see them. I'm looking down on my phone, and this is a good time to explain this. A lot of times you'll see me doing a live broadcast. We're out on the trail. I'm wolf driving the dog carts, whatever I may be doing. And you'll see this apparatus. This is basically a chest harness with an iPhone attached to it, and this is enabling me to see the broadcast that's going on. Now, as I was stating, if I would have went to a singular style broadcast, which this is only going to the Wolf Driver Unleashed group, but if I would have set it up a little differently, I probably would have been able to see comments coming in. So I will do that next time. But this is a little bit behind the scenes stuff, as I was explaining. A little more on the technical side, so we're not going to feature so much the dogs. It's only going to be a couple minutes here explaining what I'm doing so I can get going and hopefully meet everybody on a live broadcast on the Amazing Chase course if all goes as planned. In any case, you see a lot of these road boxes that I use. They pretty much help me keep track of everything I do, from the dog collars, dog harnesses, to all the camera broadcast and all of my training equipment, essentially. They're pretty much indestructible. A car, truck could drive over them. I know because I've done it, unfortunately, by accident. Had one of my cases out and went over it, had a nice little camera in there that didn't get harmed at all, and the case didn't get harmed. My focus is always on the safety of the dog. I knew the dogs were in the vehicle, and I hadn't quite put all my cases away. But we're a little rough here because, no pun intended. I know what you're thinking, rough. Because of the nature of what I'm doing. You know, again, all the equipment is not as important as the dog, so everybody that's with me, their main concern is the dogs. So sometimes the equipment takes second fiddle, and it gets thrown around a little more than you might expect. So that being said, that's why I use all these cases. These cases also help me keep me organized. They're labeled, and certain pieces or components go in them to help me grab what I need for a certain day, depending on the activity and how I plan to share it, film it, document it, whatever. That's what I'm all about, documenting everything I do. So, neat little contraption here. This is a iPhone waterproof case, which essentially was designed for divers, people going underwater. Let you have access to your iPhone. Now, they have two different backs on it. The first back is a hard shell, which you can't do anything on the phone but look at it and see what's going on. Second back is a softer gel, still waterproof, not made to go as deep, not quite as durable, but it lets you access your screen. When I saw this, I had in mind live broadcast, and I have pioneered a way to attach cameras to a dog's collar, specialized collar that is, without a real tight fit, without getting all the bumps. Now, you're still going to get some jump, but you're not going to get the movement of the camera, you're getting the movement of the dog. So it translates into a much smoother video, and therefore a much smoother experience, whether you're looking at it on video or live stream. Now, I've never live streamed from a dog's collar. So I saw this, and I said, wait a minute, I could do something here. So I have collars. Have you seen my GPS Garmin Alpha dog collars, which allow me to give the dogs audio tones as well as keep track of them on a GPS controller that I have. That became, because these are rather large, I mean, they're not going to really fit on a small dog. They claim they can go on dogs 30 pounds, maybe even 20 pounds. This is the second generation, so it's a little smaller than the first. But this is how I mount all my dog cameras, and I am able to mount this. This is not the right attachment on there now. I'm going to have to actually take this off, and that's what I was doing when I said, wait a minute, maybe the group would want to share this. So I've got a multitude of GoPro adapters. A lot of standard video equipment is, believe it or not, at least on the consumer level or doing sporting events where you're trying to document it from a POV, from a point of view from the actual athlete that's doing it. A lot of it is GoPro based. So GoPro established a system about when they brought everything out, and when they first introduced their equipment, and it made it very it just became a standard basically. So I need to pull a different attachment I'm seeing here to get this hooked up, because basically it's two males and they're not going to fit together properly without yet again another attachment. This collar's labeled Princess. This became one of my spare camera collars. I have two. Zorro, he's the largest of the wolf pack. He wears the cameras really well. The other dogs, I've had them on all of them, and you can go to the WooFDriver YouTube channel and see all the perspectives from all the different dogs over the years. I've been doing this for a long time. And different cameras, by the way. And I've attached them differently, but this is the progression to where I've become. Zorro, because he's the tallest, you actually get the highest vantage point of him, and because he's the largest, he wears it the best. In addition, he doesn't roll to get his neck, he doesn't scratch his neck, where all the other dogs, once occasionally he will, but almost all the other dogs roll to scratch their neck, and they will jockey or jerk the camera off or really make it choppy. So it's not, I try to find different ways to mount it to their cameras. This would, to their necks, this would probably be overload. Now the weight, it's not much weight. This is not adding much, especially for a dog his size. So we're going to see how it goes today. I'm going to try to put this together in the next couple minutes and then roll out of here. In addition, again, I don't always know what I'm going to get into until I get to a particular destination to what we're doing. Might give you some aerials. I've got the live stream working on the Airwolf 1, which is the quadcopter, or I have a 6-blade copter as well, which is a hexacopter. But the quadcopter, or drone as most refer to it. So that's up and coming too. I do hear a little thunder. Ew. We've got a big trip planned. We're not sure. We do everything from the seat of the pants. No, we've got reasons for doing it, weather, etc. We're not sure if we're going tomorrow, Friday, but we're taking a pretty good trip where I'm going to be on the dog bike, WooFDriver on tour, driving the dogs, letting you all know that, as well as possibly a free-ranging adventure on the day we don't go on the tour. So lots of goodies coming up. Lots of new ways to stream. I've got so much to share on the technology side. Again, I know everybody that's pretty much in WooFDriver Unleashed is really interested in the dogs, and that's why I do all this. But there is a certain aspect that requires me to have learned a whole lot to be able to document it and share it the way I want to. And hopefully everybody out there, no matter who you are, most people at least have a smartphone. So Android, Apple, Blackberries maybe, whatever, and they have the ability to take pictures and share them. So at the very least, I can maybe give you ideas, because I'm a pretty spiritual person, and I have a saying that in this moment, in a moment, this moment will be history. And what I mean by that is live in the moment. Document it, enjoy it, love it as much as you can, because a couple minutes later turn into a couple weeks, turn into a couple months, turn into a couple years, and so on and so on. And I want to cherish these memories forever, and I'm sure everybody out there has activities they do or special events with family, with their dogs and cats, or whoever the case may be, that they want to remember and want to have, and just to put a smile on your face or share it with your friend, your neighbor, Facebook, whatever. So you'll get a lot of creativity from me and a lot of ways to document all this stuff. Real quickly, since this is WooFDriver Unleashed, I'll tell you a little bit more back information. I've written a lot of songs about all of what I'm doing here, and in a Moment is one of the songs, and it describes how my basically live life for the moment and enjoy every moment of it. So it's a cool song. I hope to share that. Maybe I'll remember to post it next day or so, and I think you'd enjoy it. That's it. If you're asking where the dogs are, they're all over the place. They're kind of in sleep mode. We've been doing a lot of adventuring lately, cranked it up a little bit, and they're just resting up for whatever I have in store. As soon as they think I'm making a move for the truck or the van and getting things together to roll, they'll be right at my doorstep, ready to go. Right now they're resting. I think Princess is around the corner, and Zorro's past her, and the boys are in the way back. So there's a few yards here, and I'll give you a view of that at some point if you haven't already seen it. I'm WooFDriver. I look forward to doing a lot of these personal, specialized broadcasts on the WooFDriver Unleashed channel, and on the big channel as well, the main WooFDriver page. But again, more intimate setting here. I promise next time to have my phone working so I can properly see your comments. I hope to see you soon, and I look forward to a really cool adventure, a new view. If we do get this up and working, by the way, you're going to see the view. You're not going to get to hear me because the camera and everything's going to be on Zorro, but you're going to get a view from him. And depending how it looks and how it goes, we'll see how long I let it roll. I might come back at you and try to narrate some if possible. Just I can't talk to it while he's got the main camera on his neck. But you will hear him panting and wrestling with his friends and buddies and all that good stuff. So I look forward to talking to you soon. WooFDriver signing off here, and have a great day. Thanks for tuning in.